Hello Jungle Tribe, this is Sebastian Papworth. I'm the co-founder of Jungle Realtor, developer and investor in the Riviera Maya. And today we are going to talk about the buying process of real estate in the Riviera Maya. A lot of people, especially foreigners, think that you can't purchase property close to the coast or close to the borders in Mexico. And I want to demystify that. That is totally and absolutely false. You can definitely purchase property close to the coast. We actually live in the Riviera Maya, and we have foreigner clients, customers that are purchasing real estate from us beachfront. So why do people think that you can't purchase property in Mexico, close to the border or close to the coast? In the Mexican Constitution that was made a long time ago, when there were people conquering other countries, and Mexico was a little bit scared that they could lose territory, they set up this article in the Mexican Constitution saying that you couldn't purchase property within 50 kilometers to the coast or 100 kilometers to the border. However, there are two ways around it. There are two options for foreigners that want to purchase property in Mexico. The first one is through a bank trust, and I'll explain how to do it in just a second. And number two is through a Mexican corporation, okay? And you can set up your U.S. LLC. If you have a company in the U.S., you can actually state that that company is a partner within that Mexican corporation as well. Okay, now let's talk about the fideicomiso. The fideicomiso is a legal contract in the Mexican Constitution that allows a foreigner investor or buyer to purchase property within 50 kilometers from the coast and 100 kilometers to the border. The one we're interested here in the Riviera Maya is obviously close to the coast because Playa del Carmen, Tulum is inside that 50 kilometer range. How much does the fideicomiso trust cost? There is a one-time fee of $1,500 to set up and establish this trust, $500 to register it, and then you have a yearly fee of $500 approximately. It varies depending on the bank that you get the trust with, but it would be approximately $500 a year. The second option to purchase a property would be through a Mexican corporation. We can also help you establish a Mexican corporation here, and the cost associated with it would be $1,500 approximately to set it up. And once it's set up, you would pay approximately $100 a month for accounting. Now, the next question that most buyers do is, which one should I pick? Should I go with the trust or with the Mexican corporation? And our suggestion is, if you're going to be buying multiple properties or you think about eventually setting up other businesses in Mexico, I would suggest doing a Mexican corporation. If maybe you just want to start with one property or maybe even two, I would suggest getting a trust, okay? It's recommended to get one trust per property. Another very important question, can the bank or the government take the property? Absolutely not. It's important to mention that at all times you are the legal owner of the property. The best way to see this trust is just as a license or a permit that is required for you to purchase property in this area of Mexico. The trust is not an asset of the bank. If the bank were to cease doing business, another trustee bank would be substituted immediately. Let's talk about closing costs. So you've selected the property that you love and you have decided if you want to do it through a bank trust, a fideicomiso, or if you want to do it through a Mexican corporation. You are going to pay from a 5 to a 7% of the total purchase price as closing cost, okay? Now, if we break it down on parts, you would pay 2% acquisition fee, 1% recording fee, 1% notary fee, okay? And then there is a cost of your attorney to handle all the process. The attorney will also give you a title report of the property, make sure that it's free of any liens or any encumbrances, and will make sure that the promissory agreement or the buying agreement is totally balanced between both parties. So now that we have demystified the myth that you can't own property in Mexico as a foreigner, I would love to hear in your comments what you like best. If you purchase property in Mexico, you would do it through a bank trust, a fideicomiso, or through a Mexican corporation. Okay. Let us know if you have interest of investing in Mexico, especially in the Riviera Maya, Playa del Carmen, Portaventuras, Tulum, Bacalar, and the surrounding areas of Quintana Roo, the southeast of Mexico, the Yucatan Peninsula. Check out our website with our amazing listings. Our website is junglerealtor.com. Also check us out on social media, Facebook and Instagram as Jungle Realtor. And if you need help setting up a Mexican corporation or a bank trust, don't hesitate to send us an email to info@junglerealtor.com. Again, my name is Sebastian Papworth, and thank you very much for watching and subscribing to our channel. Have an excellent day.